Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Gentry and Sons, and welcome to another video. So we're up here in Knoxville. As you can see, John Stories, baby. So we just made it up here to John Stories, and for most of you guys, you've seen some videos. We've done a lot of videos here. So John Story is the man that has helped me get, I gotta say, he's helped me get to where I'm at today. There's been many times where my trucks went down and his parts saved me. And he has always just bent over backwards to make sure we're all taken care of. And this is everybody that deals with him. All the local guys, everybody, you know, we all praise John Story because he was kept a lot of us in business. So this place is amazing, especially for used truck parts. And we're going to do a video here today rebuilding Rooster's transmission because they do sell reman transmissions here. And at the time when I was putting the transmission in Rooster, they didn't have one. So my fault for not putting one of their transmissions in my truck. But we're going to fix that today. Oh, look at all these trucks, Brax.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Late for my first day on the job.
I know it. That's all right. Give me some time to clean up a little bit. What's up, man? Doing all right today?
It ain't got 30,000 miles on it, if that.
Nice.
And it's the gear that's whining is your last gear on low sign and high sign.
All right. Well, we'll give it up.
I'm just excited.
We're good out here, see what's
I'm excited. Motors, dadgum, you got motors everywhere. Well, as you can see, they've got dual overhead cams, ISX. Here's an N14 red top. We've got DD15, DD16.
Oh, is that kitty cat?
There's the cat. Looks to be a 3406E or a 6NZ. And that sticker on it. Ooh. Got a 932 sitting there. More kind of B15. It's an ACERT motor here. So they keep a variety of engines here, good used engines. And if you've ever dealt with John Story, you know these guys do take care of you. If you get an engine and there's something wrong with it or something like that, they've always taken care of us. And I can tell you right now, I've got at least 5 trucks with one of their motors in it.
There, kitty cat.
24 valve Cummins. I don't know what that is. Mercedes, maybe? Oh, this is one of them Ford 300 motors. That's the Ford diesel motor. Another 24 valve manual motor. That's a 12 valve. Or an 8.3. No, it's 24 valve. Yeah. There's another Ford diesel. $170 horsepower and 2,600 RPMs. These little Ford diesel motors are good motors. You can see the ejection pumps on the passenger side on these. So this one is probably not a Ford that I was looking at. This is a DT motor, I bet. DT 466. Heck yeah. Dude, you've got a heck of a variety of motors right now.
Too many.
Dang.
Everything I got in the pole barn's all good motors too.
Really?
Well, you know, now that Trump's in there, maybe it'll change, but everybody's been putting motors in trucks.
Right. Well, I tell you, it's starting to pick up.
Yeah, it's turning around. We'll get there.
You know what you need? You need the darn new batteries. Have you seen them yet?
Which one?
The Forge?
Uh-uh.
Oh, dude. It turns that thing into a monster. Dude, usually, honestly, that truck is the worst about the yokes loosening up on it. This has never done it.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's why.
I'm sure I put it on with a 1-inch. I didn't have the Forge then, though.
Normally, the entry bed, yeah.
I just told him about them Forge batteries, Brax. They're beasts, ain't they? I'm telling you, they are. But yeah, but when these come out, I was one of them guys like, I'll never use electric.
I was the same way.
I'll never switch over.
I'm not switching to a battery. Now, we don't even have an air compressor. I use it to blow stuff off. That's about it.
Yeah, I couldn't live without it, man. Rooster's nut is so tight we can't get it off. So what do you sell the most of right now? 18s, 13s, or 10s?
Gosh, it's just up and down. 10s have been going crazy right now. I got more 13s than I've ever had.
Really?
For whatever reason.
If I didn't go the direction I went in trucking, I would probably want to work here.
Yeah.
I'd love to work here. I mean, I'd be out there building trucks in the parking lot. You've definitely come along. I mean, it's been... God, I remember dealing with John back in the day, and then you've kind of taken over, and you've really done a good job with it.
That doesn't seem like that long ago, but I've been
I know.
here almost 13 years.
Yeah. I just started when you took over, and I was like, well, this ain't never going to work.
Yeah, I know, right? I remember back then, hell, you probably weren't running but what, 2-3 trucks maybe?
Yeah.
Freightliners?
Yep, junk. Like, I lived here because I couldn't afford to buy regular parts.
Yeah.
I'd call John and be like, hey, can I pay you next week for that?
I know.
But, hey,
It's what pays the bill.
I will say this. I would not probably exist today if it wasn't for you guys. I mean, y'all got me to where I'm at with... Because not everybody can afford to go buy brand new engines and...
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how people are making it, buying new stuff, and it's in the shop every other week.
Right. Especially with like these ISXs and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, best thing to do is find one low mileage and put it in and run it till it blows and get another one.
Yeah, because you're not getting 400, 500,000.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
How bad is it, Doc?
Well, I ordered you that set already because we thought that's kind of what it was. But we'll have to order those ones.
Is that the ones that are bad?
Yeah, got that whole section.
I seen missing teeth.
Yeah.
No. So what causes that?
Just something to shock a tooth off, and once one's gone, that's it.
Yeah.
Or cramp gears. I can't tell what. I can't tell who makes it. But I think you can get away with that with everything I got right now, and then we'll have to order those 3. I already got those. We'll get everything cleaned and washed, make sure it didn't chip nothing on the rest of them, but it should be fine.
So you're going to take all this apart?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, your back box is probably fine, but while we got it all out and stuff, we might as well put bearings in it.
Right. So, guys, we found a broke tooth so far, or a few teeth. Right there.
Yeah, you got one on that one too somewhere. There it is.
That is wild. You think they're just coming apart, or maybe something got in there?
I don't know. And like the build itself don't look too awful bad. That's too long. What's happening there? Oh, it's got bolts in it.
Well, see, when I put this thing in, it's always had that high gears have always been a little bit whiny.
Yeah.
And it's just the very top gear. And when you go in it wants to scrape a little bit. You know, like all the rest of the gears are real smooth.
I was gonna say maybe they used, you know, the old countershaft gears with just new regular gears, but it don't look like it. The build itself looks pretty good. I mean, they changed everything that I would have changed so far, unless I could see something inside. But either way, your trans shouldn't break on you in 3 months.
No.
Yeah, we'll see what we got. Probably got a new one of them I can take too.
Looks a little wore out, huh?
Maybe.
Now all these, this is that new bell housing I got from you, I think. And then maybe them shafts we put in it.
Yeah.
I think we were like right down to the minute, and you had one you just bought or something and you sent me.
Yeah, those feel all right. This is a little loose. I probably got one. Yeah, that's the nice part about the Salvage. I got parts in it.
Yeah.
Good to go. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Like let people just pick out stuff they wanted and build something out of it.
I bet that'd be huge.
I'm gonna make it look easier than it is.
I know. Exactly. So that come from you. Remember when I got this transmission, it didn't come with one. Yep. So you got me that. So guys, those there, you want to explain to them what's the benefit of those?
It's dropping oil under the top of the gears and the back of the synchronizer. So instead of the gears just slinging oil, that's running it up and dropping it in too.
So this here goes in your front of your bell housing, and it runs to the back. Like he was explaining, it puts gear, so it drops oil up here.
Yeah, it's sucking from the oil pump down there in the bottom.
Yep.
But it'll suck through and run it, and then drop it along the top the whole way.
I know forever I was against them things too. I was like, I'm not putting that in my transmission.
Yeah, I mean, it don't hurt, that's for sure. More oil don't hurt.
Well, the day you explained it to me, that's when I started becoming a believer. And honestly, our transmission lasts. I mean, we really don't have a lot of transmission issues.
Till this one.
Yeah. I've not a one that I've got from you I've had a problem with.
Knock on wood.
So when somebody does a clutch job, how important is it to change this shaft? Just because you're there and it's easy, or?
Hand pushing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I mean, the 13s and 18s don't seem to wear out that bad. The 10 speeds are horrible.
They have wear problems with those? Or?
I always put a new one on anyway. I mean, you can tell they're new. It's new. What I'll do, I'll probably keep yours.
Clean it up.
Instead of throwing it, and then I can use it for something I get in that's used.
Yeah.
And I'll put you a new one on it.
So what's the difference? I know a lot of people's going to ask this. So to get an 18 speed, so all this up here is pretty much the same, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's,
front box is almost identical. Your back box is almost identical. Your deep reduction gear, well, not deep reduction, but like your low gear, your reduction gear, it's different. Counter shafts are all the same. Really, you just got, that gear's different so you can split the low side. And then, depending on which 13 it is, some of them have an extra bearing in here and some don't. But the 18s all do. But other than those couple things, there ain't nothing different.
I know I've took a 9-speed and made a 13 out of it.
Oh yeah. That's a 9-speed front. That'll go on any 9-speed.
So 9-speed front, and then
Maybe. Now we should be alright.
so these things time, or
Yeah, the front box times and then the back box times. As long as you keep everything in place, then you don't have to worry about timing them together.
right.
Alright, let's take this apart.
So that does look just like a 9-speed up front.
It's a 9.
Wow.
Everything up front's a 9.
So as long as you got this back box,
The only difference, there's another difference too, which you couldn't use, well, you could make it work, but the 18's got a bigger bearing right here too, versus the 13.
so it would be
So the hole's bigger, so you could
Right.
use like a 13 and an 18 box.
right.
And then the 18 uses the bigger bearings right here too. So
which I guess is for longevity.
yeah, I mean just I don't know, strength, I guess.
So I started doing heavy haul, and I was running in that gear. On this last load I just did, a big load. I was 100 and something thousand pounds, but I was using high gear, the low side of high gear a lot, and then just flipping back and forth in the high gear. So that gear, it rode in that gear pretty much the whole trip because it was pulling hard. So
yeah, it still shouldn't matter. I mean, as far as braking it,
right?
Because I mean, especially your front, you're getting, that one's going all the time.
Well, see, I don't understand because I drive this truck, and I've not really ever that gear. I've never really jerked it into that gear.
It could just be a bad gear.
I've been a lot rougher on transmissions, and they not do this.
Sometimes it's just luck of the draw. I mean, I've had gear teeth break off from somebody smacking into a trailer hard,
Right. So if I would have sent this back for warranty,
I bet they'd come up with some crap why it ain't under warranty.
okay, that's what I was thinking.
I don't think I've ever seen a company under a warranty ever. So.
Well, that's why they wanted me to buy another transmission, and then 30 to 60 days I get.
Then tell you if it was covered or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, they ain't gonna do it.
No, that's why I was like, no, we'll just go build it. That way I know what I got.
Yeah.
And I know you ain't just gonna throw something together.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I've never seen anybody warranty it. Usually I get the second picks because they did it and then they won't warranty it, and that's it. I'm screwed. Yeah, that or we'll warrant. I had a guy the other day. It was a rear end, but we'll warranty it, but you got to ship it to us.
Right.
So we ship it, and then you wait a week, and then they tell you it's not under warranty, and then you're starting all over.
Listen, you're the only humans that I know that. I mean, I bought used rear ends here, guys, and
Yeah, we're warranting used parts.
like they literally, if something went wrong with it and it was just like a faulty rear end, Nate's never been like, hey, no, I ain't taking care of that. It's always been, get it up here, let's look at it. And 9 times out of 10, he's took care of me or cut me a really good deal on another one. Or
Yeah. Well, nobody ever come back. I don't see how they get people back. Well, they're not this time,
Right. It sucks because I really like the salesman over there that I use. He's an awesome guy. He's a real good parts guy. And I wish...
That's the worst part about those places too, is you make these connections with good people.
Yeah.
And they got good people working for them. They just, if you don't stand behind your product.
So is this synchronizer for the...
Yeah, that's your synchronizer to go in between high and low.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Try to blow that out.
So that'll push this out?
Sometimes it'll shoot it across the room if you ain't careful.
Is that what that air pushes back and forth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, these things are bad for leaking if you try to use them twice.
Yep.
Most of the time I just replace them. You can tell it was probably, they built it, it started leaking, they just put a bunch of gasket maker and crap all over it. Yeah, we'll have to get you a new one.
Down there looks pretty good. This here's a little...
Yeah, it looks like it's ran for a little while. Yeah, these don't catch a lot of wear, so I see a bunch of used bearings on the counter shafts. But again, what's it take?
Right.
$80 in 10 minutes to change them?
I mean, I get it if you're doing a bunch of bulk transmissions and selling them as a business. You know, you want to try to save costs, but
That's about the only time I wouldn't warranty one is if I got it back and it was just burnt.
yeah.
Or they didn't put oil in it or it leaked out or whatever. Because, I mean, stuff happens. And like a bad gear or something, I don't know if that's the case. I'd rather keep the customer and, you know, whatever, I'll build a new one. Unless like that guy that dropped that friggin' fitting in there. I'd have loved to not warranty that one.
Yeah, that's bullcrap.
That pissed me off so bad. I think I still got it. Yeah.
Wow. But you still stood behind it.
No, well, that's the guy that canceled the check.
Oh, so.
So I was kind of out, you know.
Yeah. Did you get the track? You did? I guess. Yeah, you got it back, so.
I mean, it's aftermarket stuff, but it's all
Good
none of
quality.
It's Chinese.
Yeah.
It's all well made, and I've not had any trouble out of any of it. And they're good if for some reason something's whatever, they'll replace it.
So Intercontinental. And they pretty much have everything, or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, from airlines to fittings to whatever. Yeah, they're pretty good. And it used to be overnight. You could order it. I could order it 4 o'clock, and I'd have it by 10 o'clock the next day. But it's over by Asheville, so that's not the case anymore.
Yeah, a little harder to get it. So the timing part of it, that's where I'm confused on these.
On the front case, just your front row needs timed. Well, all your counter shafts are on a keyway, so
Yeah.
they can't move.
Right.
And then these don't matter. You just got to time your main drive gear with both counter shafts. As long as those are good, you're good. And then back box, you got to time the reduction gear and the splitter. So this 10 speeds are easy. All you do is the back. And then 13s and 18s, you got to do these too. So I'll show you when we get there.
So you have like timing marks and stuff, I guess? Or?
I'll put them on it. This one doesn't have any. Sometimes you get the old ones. Well, there's something right there. It'll have a mark on it somewhere, though. This one will have a timing mark in here somewhere to tell you where, and then you'll just have to kind of go off of that to time this one.
I bet you was a nervous cat your first one that went out.
I was so scared, and it was a 13 speed. And the guy showed up like 2-3 days later. I saw him pull in the parking lot. I'm like, oh man! But he wanted something else. I never heard nothing about the transmission. It was good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I just knew it when I saw him pull in. I'm like, oh, that thing's a piece of junk. Yeah, it was okay. I had a few little problems after that, like, you know, mixing up airlines and little stuff that I wasn't familiar with, but nothing crazy. Or I had a guy, I sold an 8LL to him, and when he was putting it in, he broke the filter on the back.
Yep.
So they just replaced it with one they had laying around, and you can't swap, like, you can't put a 9-speed on an 8LL because it's got air. And then they couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work. So I had to like drive out to the guy's shop where it was parked and messed with it. And then I saw that filter laying on the ground busted. And I'm like, let me climb up under here. Sure enough.
Simple.
Yeah.
So them shims, is that pretty common size?
Yeah. Yeah, it's usually right around there.
And that shims these gears here out, or
Shimming right here.
I'm sure mine's probably got 4 million miles on it.
I know, I was curious about those bearings. Yeah, they just reused them.
Yeah, you could tell these bearings got some life on them.
Yeah, like I said, they don't usually catch a whole lot of wear and tear, but why not?
On a 13 speed, I've noticed a lot on a 13 speed. This is a big lesson I get a lot. When you go to shift from high to low, the grinding, like it'll grind and it'll like jerk in the gear real quick.
That's the synchronizer.
Okay.
And now, that's one thing that I did learn from that class for eating that I use all the time is when you put a synchronizer in, you build it, they want you to stick it in a bucket of oil and leave it for 24 hours before you ever put it in, because it's got felt paper.
Yep.
And so that paper is good and soaked with the oil. And I don't think a lot of people do that. They just build it and put it in, and then the first time it hits metal, it's already wearing out. Because the synchronizer should last you a good little while. But that probably, that's definitely a weak point. That wears out quicker than anything, I think.
Dad is what becomes so bad up here. He's dying to learn how to do these.
Really?
Yeah.
That and this bolt. I replaced that bolt with a new one every single time. And the guy down the street, Butch. Did you ever deal with Butch?
Yep.
Yeah, he was awesome. Well, he's still alive. He just don't work anymore, or works for himself at home. But he was the one that told me I had one. That was one trans that I had to deal with. Was I built it, but used the old bolt. As soon as they went to pull it out of the garage, put it in gear, pop, it come apart, and the head of that bolt come off. And he said, they look good. He said, but change them, every one. And since then, I've been changing them. I had no trouble.
Well, you definitely, I tell people all the time, the biggest comments I see on like YouTube and Facebook and stuff, it's like, man, leave it to the pros. Just quit doing it. Just leave it to the pros. I'm like, well, that pro had to learn from somebody or somewhere. Or there was a time where he wasn't just born like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. But people that do this stuff are...
I've got into this excavating stuff now, and
I've seen that.
everybody's like, man, just stop. Just leave it to the pros. I'm like, well, dang, somebody had to learn. Is that the felt you're talking about?
Yeah, the felt paper. There's one on the inside of that one, too.
So that's what, when you go from high to low, that's
what's slowing you down.
Yeah.
And then, watch your eyes. Sometimes them springs come flying out there. Then that clutch engages too in here. So those teeth will get ground down and rounded out. Which this one ain't too bad, but you could tell they used the old one from your last one. It's got some wear on it.
Yeah, you can see the wear. God, it's insane how much happens with. You just wouldn't think there'd be that many parts in there.
I know, right?
Gosh.
Yeah, there's a little bit. I know. And when I was starting out, I'd keep all the bolts all lined up so I could remember which one was going where. I'm like, I don't care, throw it all in a pile.
That's the way I am with a Detroit now. Used to, I'd keep everything perfect. Now I can take one. Somebody can bring it in pieces. I can just know exactly what bolt goes where.
I know. Heck, I could do it in my sleep probably. Yeah, that's made into it. That recess part?
Yeah. Which this stuff here you would reuse, right?
Yeah, I'll use it. A lot of times the threads will get jacked up though. Yours looks okay. I'll use it. Or like these will get worn down. Yours looks okay. For these, I gotta replace these a bunch too, but yours is alright. They'll get worn down and it won't be flat no more.
Yep. That's what, so this is all in your high-low synchronizer stuff?
Yeah, that's just holding the reduction gear into that output shaft. And then we got a snap ring in here, and Lord knows I don't like friggin' snap rings. You remember when I about lost my eye?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, snap rings.
Well, that happened to me a few times. Not as bad as what you really took a...
Yeah, it deflated my eyeball.
I bet that was a scary day.
Yeah, I thought I was blind. I mean, I put my hand up and it was wet, and it wasn't blood. I'm like, oh man, like that's the stuff from my eye.
How did they fix it?
They had to stitch. Let's see, they flushed it and then filled it up with fake fluid, and then stitch it closed. And then I had to go get a lens replacement because it gave me a cataract, I guess. And then it was like 6 months before I could see straight. I mean, I'd see double of everything.
That had to be horrible.
It was bad thinking I was blind, but then seeing double of everything pretty much sucked too. So I'm like,
I hate it when I just get a haircut in mine and you see double. I couldn't imagine having to deal with it every day.
Trying to drive.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to wear a patch so I could tell which lane was which. Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I thought you were blind in that eye for a long time.
I mean, I guess it was like maybe a month before I could see. You know? But then everything was double, and it messes with your depth perception. I mean, I go to grab something and be far away from it.
Dang, it's crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah, that was a long time. So now we're in a safe place.
Now, the older I get, I'm pretty hardcore about safety. Not as much as I should be.
You just gotta get hit every once in a while.
Yeah.
That'll change the way you feel about it. But that's what I was doing. It wasn't this one. This one's actually not so bad because that shaft's longer, so it kind of catches it. But the 10-speed, it just butts right up against it. There's nothing holding it. And I was getting irritated, and I just jerked on it, and it hit the table and hit me in the eye.
Just like that. And you got the big one there. Does it have to come out, or does it come out with it?
No, it'll come out. Let's see. Sometimes you can just use a soft bar to kind of smack on it a little bit and it'll come out.
Just like that. All right, guys, we're gonna take a lunch break, but I gotta go find Brax. He is escaped, and I guarantee, there he is. Over here taking something apart, I guarantee you. He's found some parts. He's been out here with John. There's no telling what he's gotten into. Yeah. Huh? Dang, did you see his bumper? Look how stout this thing is. No deer rolling over.
No. Those dry. Get some interior stuff out this one.
Oh, this is the interior for our new truck. Dang.
They snapped the frame off.
There's a lot of good interior stuff in there.
That frame either broke or
I need to talk to Nate about getting some stuff off this one. Same color as Rooster almost. This is a 377, I think, wasn't it? I think it's got the.
It sounds very nice. Need a bed. What's wrong with that truck?
I don't know. Looks like they bent the frame on it. It's got the same frame Rooster's got. All right, guys, we got our bellies full. Now it's time for a nap.
Yeah.
See, Nate just pulled this idler. Is it idler bolt?
Yeah, well, yeah, for the idler gear, the reverse idler gear.
So when it goes in reverse, this is what it.
Yeah, that's just the idler for it. But yeah, where your thing's got all this, I don't know what they put on to keep these bolts in here, but I just heat it and use a swivel and put the gun on it and it'll spin it out.
That's wild.
And then I'll just run that bolt back in there. Yeah, a little too easy, really. Should be a little harder to get them out there.
Like I said, this thing got, for my luck, it's got 4 million miles on it. So you're gonna knock the pin out now?
Yeah.
You're hitting. Oh no, there it goes. Yep. Came out pretty good. I'll look at it. I might just take the whole thing.
It's nice.
'Cause I need a door. The door come with it?
Yeah, whole thing. Yeah. I'll just take the sleeper off of it.
So does that kit come with new snap rings and all that?
No, I keep about every snap ring I could ever want in here.
Oh, so you got them. It's pretty smart.
Yeah, I just keep them. This is, you screw up where it's got a beveled edge.
Yep.
If you don't put that in the right way, then you get all reverse gears.
Oh, really?
I had to learn that the hard way. I'm like, why is it you shift into every gear and it's always reverse? Yep, that's it.
So this one here, it's
Yeah, it's got to go beveled edge towards the front.
so this is towards the back. So like this.
Mm-hmm. Yep, or you're riding backwards everywhere you go.
Man, wouldn't that be? That would suck. Put that thing all the way in and everything. And
Yeah, I didn't realize it until I got it all together. You know, I'm shifting 3 gears trying to figure out what's going on, and it's all reversed. Yeah, we're gonna change it anyway.
oh hell, that's still a good bearing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll put that one back. Yeah, don't throw it away. No, I'm kidding. Throw it away.
I was like, dang, he's serious. You can tell you've definitely done a lot of them at this point.
Phew. Yeah, too many.
You've done learned all the little tricks.
Oh yeah, I figured out that like little sockets I've got that they're the perfect size to fit through a hole and crap like that.
So that's the oil pump right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it just runs on the PTO gear.
So if that thing goes bad, is it? It's because the gear's turning the fluid anyway, right? Or is that?
Yeah, well, I mean, the gears are turning the fluid, but that's the only thing supplying your oil cooler too. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oil pump.
Check it out, Brax. This is the oil pump for transmission.
You see that pump?
What?
Special.
Oh, dang! You found you a hood.
Found that one. I found that one. And that one.
You got to talk to Nate about it.
That's fun.
Wait, you got a round one? That's what we need for the marine truck, huh?
Yeah. There's a little crack down there.
Is that a crack?
Yeah, just down through there. Knuckles in that one.
That's what made me think it was a bearing, because, you know, like, we wasn't doing nothing. We were just driving.
Yeah.
What is that, a bolt?
It's a plug. It's supposed to plug that off. Some of the clutch housings will have extra bolts right there, but I don't think yours did. So you can put a plug in there, but the plug's almost all the way through to the trans. It should just be flush. Everything on this thing's been tight, man.
I know, it's weird. Hey, I like that.
Yeah, for ones like this, it definitely comes in handy.
That's just wild. You ever had one that tight before?
Maybe one. Usually it's because everything burns up or something. Nope.
bearing shot or?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good. It's just horrible. It might have went in bad.
We'll go out there and look at it and see what it looks like.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
Oh. That's good right there.
That worked. I've never seen one look like that before. Where'd the other one go? That was probably a lot of your noise. I don't know what's happening there.
Where's the other piece to it?
I think your bearing was spinning in the case. We'll have to try to put a
Look
bearing.
at that. Dang.
Yeah, that's what it should look like. Just chewing it up right there.
What, eat that up? Feel that darn.
Your case might be bad.
Oh, dude, feel that. So that's probably my noise, bearing noise, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, feel that lip.
Yeah, it's got your case. I can't build it. I mean, I have to see if we can find the case.
Dang.
If I put another one in there, just do the same thing.
So if this went back for warranty, there's no way they'd have found something where they wouldn't have to replace that, huh?
I mean, I'm sure they would have come up with something, but I don't think your trans is bad enough to chew into it like that. I think it had problems before. I mean, I've dug races out of cases before where, you know, the bearing's gone. They just run it for 1,000 miles till they got home.
Dang, that sucks. So I'm gonna have to find a case, huh?
Yeah, unless I've got one. I'll dig and see if I can come up with a front case. If I got a front case, I'll just, you know, swap it.
Well, I may have one if you don't. Are these like a 9? You said 9 the same?
Yeah,
or?
but it'd have to be the 18.
Because of the bearing.
bigger bearing.
Okay, in that case, I don't have one.
But like, dang. Yeah, that's a roadblock.
A bearing wouldn't even fit in there now, would it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got a lip on it.
Yeah, that's why that one was chewed up so bad. It was rounded on that part. I don't know if that wasn't like it when they put it together.
That explains why it only lasted. Because it's always been them higher gears, it's always been funny.
Yeah. I'll bet it had problems when they built it.
Just popped it in there and hope for the best.
I mean, for you just to be missing a couple teeth, I don't think it would ground it down like that quick, you know?
Yeah, that's took some time to go that. Dang it.
Yeah, I'll bet you that bearing wasn't ever sitting in there good in the first place, and it just started spinning right off the bat.
Which explain why he lost the teeth too.
Yeah.
Set the shaft, there's no way it's.
It ain't straight.
Well, Brax, that sucks.
Yep.
All I got's old stuff. We can price a front case and see what you want to do.
I mean, I gotta have a transmission.
Let's see. So I'll ask him what it costs right now.
I ain't even a good core at this point now, is it?
Oh yeah, no, you wouldn't have been able to get a core out of it once they got down to it.
Oh, I'd been $10,000 in the hole on that deal if I'd have sent it back.
I can't imagine they would have warranted it.
Nope, you're on. Use the wrong brand gear oil.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely your fault.
All right, guys. So, final determination is all we found is those teeth that are broke, and then this. I mean, the case is shot. There's no way to reuse this case because of this. I mean, this lip right here don't belong there. That's probably what, 20 thousandths?
Yeah, that's a good size.
It's supposed to be smooth like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to look like that, but it looks like that. Well, well. So that oil pump, it shoots oil up through here too, all up.
Yep.
So Nate's gonna see what we can get a case for.
See, I think this case, look, I mean, this was, somebody tore it up at here at some point in time.
Oh yeah. Look, it's all right here too.
Yeah, that's from somebody putting the top on and not knowing that they got to slide it under that plunger and pushing it down, and it broke it. Hey, man. Good. So, yeah, I bet your case was bad in the first place. Man, I don't know. This case has been rode hard, looks like, so.
It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. I knew there just had to be a reason because, I mean, I've not been... That thing should have took some work.
Yeah.
I mean, these things are worked hard.
Mm-hmm. I think it had problems off the get-go.
Nate's going to take some of the new races and stick in on this backside because they did, like literally, they just fell out. Oh,
You
dang.
wouldn't be able to do that. I'd get a new case.
Let's just get a case. So we've got this spot. This spot. The races are literally just falling in and out right here. And this. So, yeah, I think you're right. Let's just order a case.
All right, I'll order it.
That'll work.
I'll order it and the rest of the gears we need, and hopefully by Wednesday we should be able to put it back together.
Okay. Well, while we're here, we're going to go scavenge your junkyard and find some cool parts that we need.
Help yourself.
Dad just called and said we need a throw-up bearing.
Help yourself, man. Just holler at me if you need me.
All right.
I'll get somebody to throw us in the truck.
All right, Brax, come on. We got Dad's called. So the DD15 Cascadia, they had put a automatic. So that truck was an automatic, and they put a manual transmission in that truck. So the shop that I got it from, the way they got the truck was the flywheel or something had come loose after the transmission was installed, and it made it from like Texas to Sweetwater. And they towed it in, and so they fixed it for the guy, and then he ended up going back across seas. So they ended up with the truck. He just sent them the title. So it has a new clutch in it, but something has happened with the throw-up bearing. So we have found a motor out here. Remember, Brax is looking around. And this has got a new clutch on it. New clutch, new pressure plate. It don't look new because it's sitting outside, but it's definitely a new clutch. Throw-up bearing feels really good. And what's cool about these things, which is turned over, but you can tell they have these tabs that tells you if it needs replaced or if it's really good shape. So new, replace, new, replace. So that one's halfway wore out. But this one over here, which is a manual adjustment clutch, it's never been adjusted. It's still on the factory adjustment screw is still in its, I ain't even got the cap off of it. Yeah, it did. We need an MP8 too. We need like a 16 model MP8.
We need that, Mac. We got that.
That's what I need it for.
Yeah.
We need injectors. Dad said just get a whole motor, but I think this one is a newer MP8. So this will be that direct injected common rail. Ours ain't a common rail.
Will it work?
Huh?
Will it work?
I don't think this will work on ours.
So what does this do?
This is your throw-up bearings. So see, it's hydraulic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look, it's pretty new clutch. That's a new clutch. That's luck. Look at that. That is is lucky. Look at that. That's a brand new clutch. Alright, we gotta load that bugger up. Dang, I just happened to see these things sitting over here. Well, this thing right here is something we need. It's a diesel forklift. Turbo diesel. Big Toyota. They got 2 Heisters and another Toyota sitting here. I don't know if it's a diesel or not. Yes. I'm gonna have to see what the deal is on these. And Brax has found some hoods that he wants. Brax, you selling forklifts? Gosh, I love salvage trucks.
I think the truck, it came off of over there. It's one of the visors.
That's the only spot that's bad?
Yeah.
Ooh, it ripped off in here too. Yeah. Yeah, we need to fix that. What about this one? That's Western Star, yep. This is just like the Maroon Eagle, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Like that gray one, would it fit?
This is a good Eagle, dude. It's got a couple spots up front now. It's broke loose. White Volvo. I've picked up one of these hoods many a times. Ooh, Brax right here. There's a pretty Eagle hood.
Yeah.
Dang, that's the one we need. Wonder if that'll fit our truck.
Yeah, maroon.
Yeah,
It might.
we'll have to look when we get back.
The truck, that one is right up there. This one's behind.
Classic hood, that's a good classic hood. Hey, we needed this hood.
Yeah.
Wait, it's 30 and 14. How does that somebody know they need a computer for an N14? And it's gone. Dang.
Like,
There's a 400 or 350 or something. No, it's N14.
some of them are special, but some of them are manual.
Dang, it is manual, ain't it?
Hey, that thing.
Scat pack. He said he'd sell us the cab off that thing. All right, we got the clutch. That's awesome. We found that clutch.
Yeah.
And we got our housing back here. So let's head back towards Sweetwater. We got work to do, Brax. We gotta go put a transmission in.